Morning, everybody. Good to be with you again in the Word today, and thank you for being steadfast in reading it. It's one of the things I know will continue to bless you. We're going to start in 2 Chronicles 21 today, and it starts off with Jehoshaphat dying and his son Jehoram taking over in quite an evil way, killing his siblings and other princes. And down in verse 5 we'll start reading. Jehoram was 32 years old when he became king and reigned 8 years in Jerusalem. He walked in the way of the kings of Israel as the house of Ahab had done, for the daughter of Ahab was his wife, and he did what was evil in the sight of the Lord. Not very happy so far. Yet the Lord was not willing to destroy the house of David, because of the covenant that he had made with David, and since he had promised to give a lamp to him and to his sons forever. So we see that God is gracious and merciful, and it's easy to forget that God has always been that way when we read the New Testament, and sometimes we forget in the Old Testament God was always continually showing his grace and mercy to his people, even though they were running to evil. He says he was not willing to destroy him because of covenant he had made. So it was because of him, because of what God had done, and what he had promised. Then we flip to Psalms 51, and David is asking God to do things in his heart and his life. And so I'll read a few spots in here. Verse 1, "Have mercy on me, O God, according to your steadfast love. According to your abundant mercy, blot out my transgressions. Wash me thoroughly from my iniquity and cleanse me from my sin. For I know my transgressions and my sin is ever before me." So he knows he has sin and that issue, and so he's asking God to clean him, to blot him out, to do what only God could do and what he couldn't. And we skip down into 10, verse 10 that is. It says, "Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. Cast me not away from your presence, and take not your Holy Spirit from me. Restore to me the joy of your salvation, and uphold a willing spirit." And so again, he's asking God to give him a clean heart, to renew his spirit, to restore to him joy of his salvation, and to uphold a willing spirit in him. Again, all things that he couldn't do on his own, and yet he is asking God for those things, and God is faithful. And as you read through the Psalms, we read David crying out often and always coming back to the faithfulness of God. Read at the start of this, "Have mercy, my God, according to your steadfast love." So he's banking on the steadfastness of God. So may we today also ask for the same thing that we also need. We need God to clean our heart, to renew our spirit, to give us that joy of the salvation, to restore that in us, and to uphold a willing spirit in us. And so may we go out, walk in with the Spirit, look into God for those things, and trust and he will give them, and not lose sight that we actually need to keep asking him for that help, and that he will continue to be steadfast as he always was, as to David, as he will be to us. So go and have a great day, and may we be light to those around us. Have a great day.